Hi guys, this is skittflash here, and welcome back to Let's Play Persona 3 FES. In this part, we're going to be going into Tartarus and doing more of the Tartarus stuff. Fun, fun, fun. Well, from what I noticed, at least from my personal experience, is that I can actually talk through these fairly easily. I don't know what I talk about, but you know, I talk about something. I can ramble more easily on random battles than I can on social links, so that's always nice. Um, we're going to be bringing Ken for the out of the two level 2 people we have, we're going to be bringing Ken because we need some Hama spells on us. We're going to be bringing Junpei because I'm pretty sure he's low leveled compared to everyone else. Spoiler, he's not really. Like, all the people I thought were super high leveled and, like, therefore didn't use in battle have become, like, really low leveled, and it's an oversight of mine that I missed. I should really be using people like Koromari or perhaps even Aigis. Definitely Akihiko, but I'll talk about that later. What did I want to talk about before then, though? I completely forgot. What is with my, what am I doing? I have no idea. I might even, yeah, what do I, silly me, I forgot to actually accept the request from Elizabeth because, you know, we gotta go to the Velvet Room, so that way when we're actually doing crap in Tartarus, we actually do stuff in Tartarus. So that should be cool. I swear I had something, I really wanted to say something important, but I totally forgot what it was. Anyways, we need gold rings and the red armor plates, and those are the two things we'll be doing for that part. This is gonna drive me nuts. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, no, Junpei's high leveled. I'm pretty sure that's all I wanted to say. I don't know anymore, guys. I'm at a loss right now, honestly. Hopefully we can, let's just pretend I did say what I wanted to say, even though I know for a fact I didn't say what I wanted to say. Oh, we have a Nandi now. Did I talk about that? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. I think I did that last part, in fact. But we're also going to be making a... Oh, wow, we should be making an Oshimi Sunu. That's actually a quest, I just realized. We're going to be making a Queen map. We won't necessarily need it in battle, but I do... This is like the one persona I know that we'll be needing for a specific fusion later in the future. So we might as well just be doing that now and get it out of the way. Because something I realized is that my compendium is so empty. There's so many holes in my compendium. I really should be fusing more often. But I'll talk about that some later in this part when, you know, that actually becomes the focus. But for now, do you want to do something to Bufula? Sure, why not? Evade ice. I guess that works. Something I realized, a lot among the skill change things is that they're kind of risky, I must admit. We can talk about that later. And again, it's actually the main focus of this part because I do a lot of fusing this part. But anywho's, on to the speeding up and the battling and the whatnot and the more stuff. These guys are weak to physical attacks, but be careful because if you give them a chance to act, they'll actually use what the hell do they? Tetrakaran. Tetrakaran, which means you can't hit physical attacks, or you have to hit them with a physical attack to get rid of their reflex spell. And that's just not cool. The music you're hearing on screen right now is from the Persona 3 movie called Infinity Possible. Very badass song. The soundtrack of that movie is phenomenal, I must admit. There's some new tracks and then some remixed old ones, but the new tracks are just awesome. You're hearing this right now. This is a moment in the moment. When they play this once in the movie, it's when Minato does something incredibly badass, which is, you know, most of the movie, granted, but he does do something cool. The enemies you're seeing right here are weak to Bufu spells, but they also have Evade Ice, so it's kind of a high-risk, high-reward thing, because, again, if you miss, which they're very likely to actually dodge, then you're kind of clipped. These guys are weak to Hama spells, which I realized I did not come prepared for. This is the whole reason I brought Ken. The thing about Mahama is it never friggin' hits, and that's unfortunate. Speaking of never hitting, these guys... I guess that's not really a good example of it, but these guys have an insanely high evade rate for some reason. Like, way high. Again, not showing it off. Didn't show that off well at all, but trust me when I say that, like, in later battles when I was grinding, because I do some grinding off screen, those guys dodged, like, every single attack I threw at them. And I also got a rare sword that Elizabeth wanted for a quest on accident. So that's incredibly awesome on my part. Lucky for me. And wow, that song ended really quickly. Or I've been rambling on for longer than I thought I have. And the song you're hearing now is a very interesting one. It's Master of Tartarus, of course, but it's also, I found this video very recently, actually the very same day I'm recording this, It's actually a remix of like all the PS2 Shin Megami Tensei games, including Mugen X, which isn't really part of the Shin Megami Tensei series, but I guess they mixed in the music anyways. You're hearing right now is a mix of Master Tartarus mixed with Hunting from Digital Devil Saga, a game I have yet to play. It's $10 on the PSN. They just moved it onto the PSN recently. They're also bringing Digital Devil Saga 2 to the PSN very soon, which would be awesome. I can't wait to play both games. I looked up the story and holy shit, it looks dark as fuck. I can't wait to play it. It's kind of funny because I never really like actually spoiling the story, but I will more often than not always look up the music to games and inadvertently probably spoil myself just because that's usually how things happen. These guys are weak to every single form of magic, but not to any kind of physical attacks, kind of the opposite of those guys we saw earlier. And Magaru spells, of course, the Maw spells are less likely to hit, so really what Yukari's doing right now is probably the more safe thing to do. So luckily she saved me. But anyways, yes, this song is a mix of Hunting and Master Tartarus. They have many other actual Wind Boost. Wind Boost became Dodge Luck. That's cool, I guess. They have a lot of other mixes. I'll link to it in the description. It's a very cool. It's a very cool video series of mixes. Damn, that ended fast. That was like 4 minutes worth of speeding up things, and I speeded up the same. I must have been skipping floors like mad. So before we actually get into battle, I'm gonna register our personas because obviously if we want them to retain their awesome skills that they have, gotta love that cool breeze. I think I talked about that. And we want to bring Elizabeth this sword that we just got completely on accident. That's fantastic. I read the story and it's kind of funny. The Maeda family, I guess that's how you pronounce that. And the Hidetoshi, damn. All the people. So she just let him keep the sword because they kept getting sick, and they faked their sickness to get the sword. That's kind of fantastic. That's hilarious. I like that story. But we get a reward, which is 3 Wands of Kings, which is essentially 12 points worth of strength for any one persona, and like maybe 4 points of luck, 8 points of luck maybe. A decent amount of luck. I know the cards also give you luck, even though they like along with the main thing they give you. And I'm going to be giving the sword to Junpei because it's a katana as usual, and Junpei and his katanas. Plus 40. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Yes, plus 40 HP, not bad. And that seems normal. Okay, and I'm also going to be switching out Ken with Akihiko because, you know, gotta switch them up, gotta show both of my level 2 people, ranked party members. And long story short, I kind of got my ass kicked by those mini-bosses. I will show them off later. They're very electrical based, which is why I'm bringing Akihiko. But their main strategy consisted of mind-charged Zeodynes, which you don't have to be a genius to know that completely wrecks you. They also have Elect Break, which means any resistance you have to electric is kind of nullified. So, in my constant failure, I think I died at least 3 times to those bosses, I just decided to do a crap ton of grinding. And I also kind of realized that, I might as well, like, you know, get on the fusion, man. I honestly must say that fusion is probably, like, one of the funnest parts of this game. And it's kind of sad because I rarely ever show it off. I mean, I kind of find it justified because, honestly, if I did show off all the fusion I did in this game, like, we'd have, like, parts and parts just dedicated to fusion. Because you can spend hours in the Velvet Room. It's kind of fantastic. So I just decided to do some Elizabeth's request. Her first one, which I'm pretty sure we did before I got my memory wiped, was create an Orthros with dodge slash, and typically when you actually, you know, complete a quest, you actually get access to another quest, in which case it's an Omitsunu, create an Omitsunu, level 33 plus, which shouldn't be hard at all. Our Chariot Arcana is rank 10, so that should be completely possible. A little tip about fusion: if you fuse 3 personas of the same Arcana, you typically get the persona, the higher tier persona. Like, let's say you have, like, let's say you have, like, a tier 1 persona, tier 2, and tier 3, all of Chariot, you'll typically make the tier 4 persona. I didn't really explain that well, but that's typically how it works. The problem is that to actually do that, I didn't have a Zochochten, I don't even know how to pronounce his name. As I was saying, I'll say it time and time again, that my goddamn compendium has so many holes in it. I actually had to fuse a Zojoj 10 before I could actually make that Omits. I can't pronounce names, I'm sorry. And we want to create a Black Frost. We will do that, definitely, when we have more money. I had to do more grinding because whipping personas out of the compendium like mad costs some money. I can tell you that right now. And let's make the Natataishi. The whole reason I started this whole fusion, quest in the first place is because there's actually, a cross fusion that involves a Natataishi, so I might as well have it right now. Because you actually need to do those quests to actually make a Natataishi. You can't make this persona until you do that one quest we didn't do, and I didn't know that, and it was confusing the hell out of me. But I do have a fusion calculator. You can look this up online, the Persona 3 FES fusion calculator. Very, very helpful. It's incredibly useful. Very, very intuitive. I'm just throwing out words. I have no idea. But it really, really helped me out. You just look up what persona you want to make, and it gives you all the possible combinations and how much money it would cost to actually make that persona. And it's just fantastic. This would be so much more difficult if I actually had to, just randomly guess what... I mean, there's a system to it, but it's so much more simple with actually, with that fusion calculator. And we actually can make the Black Frost. I didn't think we could, but we definitely can. This is what I was talking about, why we needed Queen Mob in the beginning of the part. Because we need a Queen Mob to make Black Frost. We also need, Pyro Jack and Jack Frost, which we use, but we also need King Frost, which I don't think I actually showed me making. I might have. I definitely didn't have him in my compendium, so I obviously didn't make him, which is weird because I feel like I did. Again, I didn't have a King Frost, so I had to find out how to make him with the good old fusion calculator. And if I had to even guess, I'd say that I didn't even have the persona required to maybe you need 2 personas to fuse King Frost. I probably didn't have that persona to fuse King Frost, so I had to find 2 more personas to actually fuse into that persona to fuse into King Frost. There was a shit ton of fusion that was happening off screen, I can tell you this right now. But it was a lot of fun. I honestly like the fusion system in this game. It's really cool. But just keep in mind, there's a lot of stuff an immense amount of stuff I'm cutting in this, and I kind of feel bad about it, but it's kind of what has to be done. So now we have King Frost. Lovely. We can do more of our Elizabeth's request. If I was also smart, I'd also be doing the fusion spell request, like Perform Justice. I can guarantee you we have the necessary personas to actually make Justice. I'm pretty sure it's just Angel and Archangel. So maybe I'll do that some other day, when I have to do immense amounts of grinding again. Speaking of the immense amounts of grinding, I did gain a lot of levels. I think I was level 53 when I started my grinding, and by the end of the grinding, I'm level 58, which is my target level. Create a Girimeheka. Not even going to attempt it. I honestly thought this is where I'd be stopping my persona fusion, but nope. Looks like I can continue. But first I need a Gur, and to actually get the Gur, I need to fuse 2 things into a Gur. More likely than not, I probably had the personas necessary to fuse Gur. He's a pretty low-level persona. But yeah, speaking of grinding, Akihiko, I didn't realize how much I neglected Akihiko, but he was level 30. I did not realize that. I don't know if it's a result of him getting a rank 2 persona. I don't think that happened. I don't think he actually leveled down when you upgrade your persona, but he was only level 30, and it was pathetic. But luckily, through the grinding, he gained 11 levels, which was just fantastic. So definitely worth my time to grind, because 11 levels is definitely something useful. It's a significant difference, but I did not realize how much I neglected Akihiko. It's kind of ridiculous. Anyways, those were the requirements for Grimelka. 2 of those personas I think we actually got just randomly as, from shuffle time. So that was good on my part, saved me some money, because again, this is a pricey thing to be doing, especially when you have nothing in your compendium and you actually need, personas to make more personas. It's a pricey thing to be doing. And I kind of dropped the ball here. I don't know what I was doing. I should have inherited Rudo Boost if I was smart, because he does learn Mamudun. I guess I had no way of knowing that, honestly. Oh, I should have. That's right. No. I just watched a video about this guy using Mamudun in Digital Double Saga. I should have known that. But yeah, it would have worked. What's kind of funny is I have a ton of personas with Mudun spells, but I have no personas with Hama spells. I have, like, I don't think I own a single persona with Hama on. Or maybe I do, and I'm just dropping the ball. Um, but let's register this guy, because he's actually worth using. He's pretty close to my level. If nothing else, I could also fuse him into something cool. Um, yeah, let's create Grimhelka. So yes, I think the rest of this part was just me. Actually, no, that's not true. I didn't actually end up fighting this boss. I just did a crap ton of grinding. Again, 11 levels for Akihiko, at least 5 levels for me. That's nothing shabby at all. But speaking of Hama skills, create Dasojo. This guy is a very great Hama user. We need to be level 53 to make him though, so we're not going to be doing that just yet. Did I say 58? I meant 48. I don't think I said that though. Anyways, I did more grinding this time to actually get the medals and stuff. I found the glowing shadows were like really easy. I didn't realize I didn't show them on screen. I feel bad about that. I probably show it later actually. But yeah, they're weak to Zeo, which we have Zeodyne, and like 2 all-out attacks will kill them, and they don't even do that much damage when they get attacks. The harder part was finding the elegant Mayas. Those were evasive as fuck. I could not find a single one of those. It took me forever. It's probably the main reason Yukari and Minato got tired, was just looking for those guys. Because, oh my gosh, I could not find a single one of those. But anywho's, yes, we're not actually going to be taking out the mini-bosses this part. We'll be doing that next part, but not now, because we're tired. The main persona I wanted, the persona of choice for those boss fights, I feel, was going to be a Dionysus. And he's level 58, so we grind it to 58 to actually make him. So we can actually fuse him right now. But what I realized was he was actually a persona of the Moon Arcana, and seeing as we're tired and we couldn't fight the boss anyways, I decided I'm going to actually hold off on fusing him, because we can actually rank up at least once or twice with good old Nozomi before we actually fuse Dionysus, and then we'll have, like, 2 extra ranks with him, and that makes a difference when it comes to fusing personas. So I figured I'd just do that. Oh, the end, huh? That's kind of insightful of you. Dark Hour, Pharaoh's boy, was talking about that. Wiped off the face of, what are you talking about, crazy man? Keep it down. Nozomi seems to be enjoying this. That's not supposed to be good. I don't think you're supposed to enjoy stuff like that. Just a theory. And they smell like flowers. The biggest draw. Oh, that's kind of sad. I don't know about cults and stuff like that. Come to me with paradise for just 5 easy installments of $100. But our relationship is stronger now, so that's nice. And yeah, what rank are we with this guy actually? I didn't check. I think we're rank like 8? 7. Okay, no, not as high as I thought it was. But we'll be rank 8 by the time we can fuse Dionysus. And he just wants us to pay an easy installment of 132,000 yen. That's ridiculous, man. Come on. What's ridiculous is your simple line of thinking, oh, Nozomi. He only is mad because we care. That's nice. I guess he's still our friend, no matter what weird stuff he's mixed up in. Anywho's, I could have sworn, maybe this is only a Persona, like the original Persona 3 portable, not portable, but the original Persona 3 thing. But I was pretty sure that when you actually, and of course I have been studying, I've done all the studying, I don't even need to study anymore, Ikari. But as I was saying, I was kind of certain that, like, during the course of the social link, you're naturally supposed to reverse Nozomi's social link, but I guess that doesn't happen. Because he did get kind of pissed and run off. Usually when that happens in actual social links, you kind of reverse them. I don't think I've reversed a social link yet, but I'm pretty sure that happened in the original game. Or maybe it didn't. And we have a Kukathatlin, or however you pronounce that. That's been the bane of my existence this part. Did I show you fusing that? I didn't. I know I didn't, but that's a thing that happens. Just keep that in mind. Oh, the detective called. And they have a restaurant. That's cool. They have a life, and his son's married, and they're about to have a kid. Wow. You found your family, huh? I decided to leave only after talking to me, of course, because we're total buds now. And he wants to sock me in the face, he'll have to. Man, this guy, he's grown so much from the first time we met them. I feel so good about that. I want to recite sutras with you by my side for the rest of my life. So suave. You're such the ladies, man, Mitatsu. He's embarrassed. That's funny. Yeah, I didn't want to be mean there. I'm still attached to my family. A worldly monk. Yeah, that whole not be attached to anything religion thing. That must be tough, I must admit. It's all your fault, kid. Tsundere monk, you reminded me of my son. Maybe Buddha sent you to help me, I gotta admit, I gotta believe in fate. Oh man, you can just feel this, like, I owe ya, kid. From the bottom of his heart. Yes, so that's a rank 10 social link if I've ever heard one. It's heartwarming, it's touching. Gotta love it. But yeah, anyways, we maxed out this guy's Arcana. And what do we get to make with this guy? Is it gonna tell me? I think it did tell me, but I glossed over it. Kiyu? I don't think I know who that is. I think it used to be, no, I don't actually know who it is. We'll probably make him sometime in the future. Sometime much, much more in the future. The cocktail XYZ, are you telling me how to mix drinks? I don't think I'm kind of still underage if you didn't know that. But it's smooth, apparently. Sounds tasty. I hope your future is smooth going down, kid. Thank you. I think that's the first time you ever see him standing up and walking. It's kind of funny. But we get the reserve tag, that's a social link item. But yeah, so we can't really go to Tartarus today, obviously. Obviously we couldn't because we hung out with the monk that day. So we'll go to sleep and we'll hang out with Nozomi one more time, and then we'll go to Tartarus with our rank 8 social link Dionysus, and hopefully we'll kick that boss's ass. Next time on Let's Play Persona 3 FES. Until then, we'll talk to Mitsuru next time. This has been skittflash. Hope you've enjoyed watching. Bye!